This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Masterverse, Masters of the Universe, New Eternia, Thunder Punch He-Man. Now I'm just going to say the original Thunder Punch He-Man design is one that I really like. Besides the standard He-Man, I think that's my favorite look that they've done for him. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how well this one turns out. Although, just looking at the box right now, that head sculpt is awful. Like, why can I not do a good He-Man head sculpt? I don't understand. We see him battling Skeletor, the new Eternia Skeletor, with his barbarian look. We turn the box a little bit, and we just have more of the image there, and it looks like he is actually on Snake Mountain. We got the big old snake head there from the snake top of Snake Mountain, and we've got the wolf gate back there and the little bat above it. On the other side, we just get an image of Thunder Punch He-Man, and the artwork looks fine. The face in the artwork looks great. If they could have replicated that better, this probably would be a really cool looking figure right there. So already we're kind of losing points on that hood sculpt. On the back of the box here, we see He-Man with his accessories. Looks like they're giving us 2 Thunder Fists, where usually when they do this figure after the original, they just give us the one. The backpack does appear to open up, which is cool. We have his shield, which holds his sword, which the original toy did as well. Thunder Punch He-Man, the heroic leader with a power punch. He-Man dons the ancient Thunder Punch armor and defends the recovered arcane artifact, the Eye of Greyskull, against Skeletor's entire army. Oh, the Eye of Greyskull. So we're still going around with the whole gathering of parts of Greyskull storyline. Although that kind of looks Horde-like back there. Of course, also with this wave of figures, we had the Thunder Punch He-Man, we had the Emperor Hordak, and Leech, and Cyclone. I think this is the first blue inside of the box that we've gotten here. On the side, we see all the parts and everything that comes with him. So first off, let's take a quick look at the stuff he comes with, which of course we have the 2 Thunder Punch attachments for his hands. We got a pair of fists. Honestly, I'm kind of curious though. It does sort of seem that we are not going to be able to get the punches on there unless we swap it out with a fist. So, there we go. Just point out his wrist bracer does come off, or wristband. He's got 2 simulated cap sets, one red, one gold. We've got his shield. I'm just going to assume that the red one is supposed to fit into the shield. It does kind of sit in there, but it does want to fall out if we put it in that way. Let's see what happens. Fits a little better upside down. The only thing is I'm bothered by the little holes in there. I don't think that looks very good in my opinion, but it does stay in there better. And of course, the power sword slides in there as a place to hold it while he's punching. And instead of having a handle traditionally, it's just got the little peg hole that presumably fits into that, like so. We have his Thunder Punch backpack, which, whoa, there is an opening in the back also, so you can see it. We can flip it open, like so. The dial does have a ratchet going on in there. Again, we can fit the gold one in there. And this is the reason why I figured the gold one was meant for the backpack, was because if you use the red one, it was going to get lost in there. Let's see. What if we put it in this direction, though? Okay, so it looks like it fits in that direction, too. Close the backpack. So, you don't even see it in the... Why is there this open window here? I mean, if you hold it like this, you can kind of see it moving. But I was expecting it to pop up high enough on there so that we would see it turn when you turned it. That's coming loose too. So there's like no reason for this open window back here. Well, let's see if it makes a difference if we put it in that way. No. I don't see the point. That face sculpt though, Jesus. What are they doing over there? I really don't understand. It just looks terrible. Although I will give them credit, his hair is different on both sides, so it's asymmetrical. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I suppose that's also supposed to be kind of like mimicking him punching. Also, it does kind of look like on the armor here that he's got some wrist bracers. Also, the top, or the part that goes on his bicep and on his wrist are separate pieces hooked together on pegs. So you could take this off, actually, if you wanted to. It's an interesting update to the look. I'm trying to see, though. I cannot get... Okay, we'll take that all the way off. Alright, I had to go heat him up in order to get his elbow to move. Ow. And it's still kind of a pain. But I was kind of curious as to how well this would work with the double jointed elbow. And you can kind of see the strain on the attachment there. So I'm not sure I would recommend doing that very often, which could make posing kind of a pain in the butt. Actually, we'll see how much of a pain in the butt it is to reattach all this too. Alright, that wasn't so bad. So our Thunder Punch He-Man can wear a shield again like that on that arm. Or this arm. I'm also kind of curious though. It does fit in the backpack, although that does start looking kind of weird. Although, I've been noticing that the snaps here keep on coming loose, so that's kind of annoying. You can hold the power sword just fine. Overall, I mean, it's not a bad look. I don't think it's as good as the original design or the classics one, but it's doable. But let's go ahead and look at the articulation here. Head is on a ball joint and a hinge, which allows us to really look down and to look back up a little bit. Not quite as well because his hair does get in the way. We can spin the head on a 360 if we want and look up and down on the sides. He's got a boob cut and a waist cut, and as you can see, just trying to move that boob cut did move that around too. Huh. You know what? Let's pause on the articulation check here. Look at the way this is set up on here. So it already appears like just being in the box has kind of malformed the way the peg setup is. Because this definitely looks like it's supposed to be all the way in here. Like that looks a little bit more like what it should be. But, you know, it's pulling all the way out just because of the way it sits inside or on the figure like that. I don't know if that'll be a problem in the future or not, but it could be. That being said, if we go back to the articulation, oh, shit. Kind of silly to do the articulation without seeing if it interferes with any of the other equipment, right? So his arm does go up and down. It spins. It's kind of tight on this figure. We do have the bicep cut. You guys saw me messing with the double jointed elbow earlier. And what a pain in the butt it is to do that bottom joint on this figure specifically. We have the spin and the up and down hinge actually on this figure. I guess that's so that you could actually go ahead and have him, whoops, properly raise the arm up. That being said, all the other fists here have in and out. It's only his sword raising hand that has the up and down articulation. So yeah, he's set up so that he can raise his sword abroad and go by the power of Greyskull. He can kick forward pretty far. He can kick back only a little. Obviously, there's some cuts in the loincloth to allow you to really get some stretch going on there. And he can, in fact, do the splits. He also has drop-down hips. So that gives us a little bit of extra ability to move his legs around. We do have a thigh cut. Double joint at the knee. Spin at the boot cut. A hinge and a spin at the ankle. Now, just to be funny. Let's see. He-Man can almost do that one pose that I do with a lot of the female figures. Although, yeah, it doesn't work very well with him. Kind of like when a guy tries to do it in real life, too. It usually doesn't work very well either. But that, I think, has to do with the design of the hip bones. So there we have it, our Thunder Punch He-Man with his Thunder Punch hand energy thingies. I think I said earlier, he doesn't look too bad, except for the face sculpt. Not my favorite version of Thunder Punch He-Man. In fact, honestly, I kind of wish that, I don't buy a lot of the Mondo stuff. I actually only have 3 items from them. You know, I have Teela, I have She-Ra, and I did get the Sky Sled, which I should really open up and do a review on that. I really should do the reviews on the other 2 also. But that was the one thing that I kind of wish I had done, was get the deluxe He-Man that Mondo offered, where he had the Thunder Punch equipment, because that I thought looked really nice. This one, he looks okay. He's not great. I don't think it's a particularly good representation of the Thunder Punch. I don't mind so much that they added the extra equipment there, like power harness, I guess, maybe, or something, whatever you want to call it, for his additional oomph, I guess. I think it's kind of stupid that they had a window back here, but you don't actually see the thing really move very well. I mean, yeah, you can see it a little bit, but it's barely in that window. So that was kind of, that feels like a fail to me. But why don't you guys go ahead and tell me what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think of this Thunder Punch He-Man? I mean, what did you think of the original Thunder Punch He-Man, I guess, too, to go with that? And is this a figure that you picked up or wanted to pick up? I believe you can still find them actually in physical stores. So if you do want them, you can probably get them. But man, Mattel really needs to be working on those He-Man face sculpts. They are not doing a good job of it. Leave a like if you agree on the horrible head sculpts here. And I thank you for watching. Peace and love.